So today, let's talk about how you can idiot-proof or how to idiot-proof your business in 2024. Now, here's the thing, right? We all want that massive magic passive income. We all want that magic money. We all want those bank accounts to have money flowing into it all the time, right? We write affirmations every morning, or we're praying for it, or whatever the case may be, and we just want that money to come into the account without much effort. Like, that would be the dream, right? That's what a lot of people have, and that's what we all aspire to want as entrepreneurs, as business owners. And the thing is, right, we want to earn that money with it being easy. Maybe it's not going to be so ridiculous, or maybe it's not going to be so dreamy where it's like there's no effort at all. There has to be some effort. Now, of course, people who have made it big, they've put in years and years of effort in terms of an energy and money and time into the thing that they've made, right? Jeff Bezos was building Amazon from nothing, right? And it requires some effort. And so I want to talk about how there are certain ways to achieve it and how I've managed to do that and sort of some of the learnings that I've come across. So when I was back in university, I studied information systems, right? I qualified with a degree, Bachelor's of Commerce from South Africa. And one of the core principles behind that course or that curriculum was just how fascinated I was, or how code, right, how systems could actually be built to repeat a process, right? So like the typical example is Henry Ford built this assembly line to make cars, right? He basically pioneered the process and used that process to bring costs down. He made all the cars black, so made it affordable for people. And that's how we're able to afford iPhones and MacBooks and all of the things that we use, right, in our day-to-day lives, because systems have been created by human beings. Systems have been created by human beings to make those things for us. Like, think about it. When you open your phone, when you swipe up, there's a system running in the background to show the icons, to do all of the things that you need to do on the phone. You open an app, it's a procedure. It's something that happens all in the background that we don't see. Something more simple than that, when you go to the toilet and take a shit, there's a system that, cleans the toilet out and the pipes and whatever it's doing to go and dispose of that and clean the water and do whatever is necessary so that we don't have that smell, we don't have that visible feces, I'll just say it, in our homes, right? That's a system. When we drive our car, we turn it on, there's a system that takes all of these things and makes the engine run. Like, I can go into the details, I have that technical understanding, but basically it's a system that's running. When you turn the car on, you put the car in first gear or in drive, and there's a system that makes everything happen. The brake system works so that you can stop. Like, all of these things are created, and they're created in a repeatable way. Now, problem with most entrepreneurs, or the problem with entrepreneurs that I've worked with, and I include myself in this, is we are creative people. We don't want the mundane. We don't want to do things on repeat every single day. And what I found is that actually the habits, like especially my morning routine, has created stability in my life. And so, using that university learnings of how systems work and how systems basically have built the world, I've basically taken that into marketing, into learning how to do marketing in a systematic, procedural, predictable way, right? I learned how to do marketing. I learned how to generate leads. I learned how to go through a sales process, right? These are systems that we need to work on, systems that we need to create for ourselves. Sure, our businesses are unique. Sure, we are individual characters. We are trying to build a personal brand. We are trying to do all of these things. But there are systems, and there is a systematic way that all of this can happen. And I'm not pitching you the systems. What I'm trying to say is that I've built my career around these systems, around these processes. When I was, I finished university degree, I went to work at a KPMG, actually one of the big four audit firms. I was an IT audit manager, which meant that I was looking at the systems and the computers and the procedures behind the sort of data and the processing of that data in big banks and other corporations, insurance companies, and those type of businesses, to make sure that they were operating well, that the money was allocated properly, that transactions were being calculated correctly. In one case, I audited a telco, right, so a big telecommunications company, to make sure that their billing was done properly. And I actually found a whole bunch of money that they were not billing. And so I helped them solve that and basically recover money because of it. And now, after I quit the bank, I started making furniture because I had always had this love for furniture. And I was making the furniture myself. I started myself making stuff in my garage. I used Facebook to find my customers back then. This was quite a while ago. And then I realized that, well, I don't have to actually be making everything, sawdust all over my body, like going to see customers, trying to sell, then going back to the factory and like making stuff, or at that time my garage. And then I employed somebody to help me finish the furniture. And I trained him how I like things to be done. Then I hired a person to do the painting and the spraying and the colors on the wood. And then I hired somebody to actually do the construction, the putting together, like cutting all the pieces and putting all of the furniture together. So I had basically an assembly line where, I would bring the order in, bring the spec, give the design, draw it out, all of those things, and then they would go and make it. And so there was a bit of a system going on there. And what I realized through all of that process was that I was using Facebook. I was using my skills as a marketer to find customers. And we had enough customers to the point where we had, we had quite a good business going. And I'm pretty sure that if I had continued that business, it would have been fine. But the recession came up, and it was a problem, right? We couldn't sustain ourselves. It was an issue. But nonetheless, I took those lessons and I said, okay, well, I know how to do this marketing thing. I figured out how to do stuff online. I've been building websites from like a long time ago, from when I was 16 years old. I think I built my first website. And now I build systems for clients to help them with their marketing, right? To make predictable sales through advertising and funnels, essentially. And so the reason I'm making this video is because I want that for you. The whole story, the whole journey, the whole thing that I've been talking about up until this point is that as entrepreneurs, we can be creative with our social media. We can be creative with the videos that we're making. We can be creative with the landing pages that we're making. But there is a systematic way to be able to drive leads, sales, and work with your community or work with your audience. Bring those people in, serve them in a way that you can. There's course platforms that allow you to systematically bring people in and allow them to go through the content. These are all systems that are available to us at a very low price, and implementing and testing is what you have to learn to do. It's something that I do with my clients now. It's something that I'm doing now with this YouTube channel. And I hope that, by following along this journey of making these episodes, this is episode 2, that you subscribe to the channel, because, I'm trying to create these videos in a systematic way, not to take the human element out of it. I'm still core of the video. The message is still from me. I still want to share my stories. But, it's one of those things where I've put a process in place where I can record a video, give it to the team, the thumbnail is getting done, the editing is getting done, the captions are getting done, all of these things are getting done, and then I need to do maybe a little bit at the end. But I'll go through that process probably in a future episode. But yeah, I do hope that you subscribe to the channel, and I do have a community that I'm building, and in that community I'm teaching people how to get to 10,000 followers and make $10,000 in revenue through systems, right? Through using these marketing techniques, through using social media, through using funnels, through using ads, doing all of these things that we can basically build and then allow the system to run and then iterate on those, make improvements, make changes, learn from our mistakes, learn from what the data says, and then, we figure it out from there, and we try to get to $10,000. That's what the community is built around. And so I hope that you check it out. The link will be in the description. And I think, success to me for these videos, and also success for a system that you build, is that you have that magic money. That you send an email out to your list and money comes in through your funnel, right? People go through the process of seeing your landing page, going to your checkout, buying something. They go into your email list as a buyer, and you get to repeat that process. You turn an ad campaign on, and there's kind of clients that come into the door, right? That's what marketing systems, that's what funnels do. It's basically sales on repeat. So that's the goal of this particular video. I hope that you learned something and I hope that it was valuable. Comment below, let me know what was the most insightful piece from this video. And go check out the community in the description. Subscribe if you like the channel. And episode 3 coming tomorrow. Catch you soon.